Good morning, y'all. Okay, today we're gonna do some street photography. I'm gonna go to the North Shore, Chattanooga. I'm gonna go walk around for a few hours, see what I can turn up. Probably start on the south side of the river and park my truck there, and then make my way across the Walnut Street Bridge, and then spend my bulk of my time on the north side of the river. I'm gonna make an epic stop at a Chattanooga icon before we go there. Let's go. All right, here it is. Krispy Kreme donuts. Chattanooga icon, been here for decades, like since I was a little kid. We're gonna get us one donut and a cup of coffee, and then we're gonna head over to the location that I'm gonna shoot today. Now that that's done, got us a cup of coffee, we're gonna head over and start our street photography session. I'm gonna spend 2 or 3 hours more or less exploring this region because I've never really done much street photography here, and it'll give me the opportunity to see what all's in the area, maybe pick me out some locations. I'm gonna start mapping them so I can come back at better times to get better photos in certain areas. Well, I've learned something about quick capture on the GoPro, and that's if you don't give it time to fully boot up and get to the recording phase. First it leaves off the audio, but then it doesn't also capture the video. The video comes in first, then the audio, and it's about a 4 or 5 second delay. It's a lot longer than I thought it would be. And I missed a pretty epic piece of footage at Krispy Kreme because of it. I had the footage of the gentleman actually getting my donut fresh off the conveyor, and it didn't record. Figures. All right, today I want to do things a little different. I normally carry my backpack and carry all this gear around with me. So today I'm thinking I'm just gonna carry the camera with a 28mm on it and just see what I can get with it. Nothing else, just the camera and the 28mm lens. Now I am running this Photo Deox, and they call it an ND throttle adapter ring. So what this is going to let me do is I can shoot wide open apertures on this 28mm and still get decent exposures at reasonable ISOs in broad daylight. So it's kind of a nice little thing to have. So I'm just going to experiment with it, maybe do some slower shutter stuff, try to get some of that 1/15 second motion blur type photos, things like that, you know, and see how that comes along as well. Yeah, like right now it's showing it's overexposed. See all that? Now watch this. Let's just turn the exposure down where I'm happy with it. Isn't that something? Hey, y'all doing again? Okay, I'm still on the bridge, but what I wanted to say was, here's a little tip. When you're trying to capture motion, there's 2 different ways to do it that's real profound, and they're basically opposite of one another. One is to pan with the moving object and blur the scenery, and the other is to sit perfectly still and allow the object to, wow, that got bright really suddenly, and allow the object to be blurry as the scenery is sharp. And it gives you 2 different kind of looks. It gives you 2 different moods. You should check it out. Stopped for coffee with Teresa.
Sierra has,
And she had to like mess with her glasses and her, oh look, she has to fix her hair. Oh, there we go, take 2. See, we're having coffee. Coffee time. in the middle of my photo walk. Got some interesting photos. Okay, I've made it across the river. It's pretty hot today. I don't know if you can tell it or not, but it's kind of toasty. But I've got some really interesting photos. I found some under the bridge, and I've got a few environmental style shots. But it's a pretty interesting area. It's worth exploring. So we're gonna wrap this up here in a little bit. Head on over to the other side of town, grab a bite with Teresa for lunch, and then head back to the house. So let's see where we can find something else interesting. Okay, well, as fate would have it, I forgot to film the outro as usual. After I got done having coffee with Teresa, I successfully walked around the bridge area, crossed the river, got underneath the bridge, got a few architectural shots of that, then walked a block or two in downtown around the aquarium and the block associated with that a little bit. And left from there, walked my way back across the river over the Market Street Bridge, which is an active roadway, and found some interesting shots there. There's still a lot of foot traffic on that bridge. If you ever get a chance, the Walnut Street Bridge from the view of the Market Street Bridge is actually quite interesting. I've got this photo of the jogger running across the bridge, and I think I finally started to figure out what kind of photography style I'm really enjoying. And that's basically street photography of life in motion. I really like motion blur in a photo, and it seems to tell more of a story. Makes it a little more enjoyable for me. So this is David, the Georgia photographer, and if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And if you like the channel as a whole and you want to see more content, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. I think it's down there if you haven't noticed it yet. Anyway, until next time, y'all get your camera out, go take a picture with it. All right, we'll see y'all. Bye-bye.